if you're a woman who at this stage in your life, you are realizing how important it is to just really take care of yourself, really prioritize, your health and prioritize, good habits, right? To feel good about yourself, not just like, physically, but also mentally. So I want to share with you what I was able to keep up with, on vacation, that was practical for me to do and still me really just fully, enjoy my vacation and not, breaking the momentum and just breaking the routine, right? To feel good about myself, like some self-care things, some, health things and workout things. So let's go ahead and dive into that. But real quick though, before I do, I just want to introduce myself. In the event you are brand new to me in this channel, my name is Nikki McMillan. I talk a lot of the topics here that you can expect, just like in past videos, if you want to check them out, and also in future videos, talk a lot about self-worth, self-confidence, mindset things, self-respecting habits, boundaries, and really just doing things that you want to do that feel true to you through the discomfort and through the fear. So if that is something that you want poured into you on a weekly basis, then definitely subscribe, because that's what you'll get from this channel every single week. Okay, so how to keep the momentum of your daily day-to-day routine when you are going on vacation for, even just for a weekend or for a week or for a couple weeks or a few weeks, without being so hard on yourself and without being so rigid, is really the basics that ultimately are the most important, right? So like here at home, I have my own home gym, which really means a big spacious, workout / playroom area in our basement, my yoga mat and dumbbells, 5 pounds to 30 pounds. That's my workout gym. Now, obviously, I'm not going to take those dumbbells all the way to, the beach with me or to any vacations that we're doing this year. But, I'm like, okay, what can I keep up with without having to go to a strange gym that I'm not familiar with? What can I keep doing to really just keep me in that routine of really just feeling grounded and getting centered for the day and really just feeling good about myself? So here is what I was able to stick to. So, but first, like what I usually do is I work out 3 to 4 days a week. I lift heavy weights. I train 3 to 4 days a week. I have a personal trainer who designs my workout programs that I use on an app on my phone so I can just do them in the comfort of my own home. So that is like one of my main things, but I also have other main things, okay, to feel good about myself, to get centered mentally, to feel good about myself physically, and really just to keep my energy up, right? Because, later in life, really when you hit your 40s, I just turned 42 last week, like you gotta, like energy is like the key word right now. It's like, I need more energy. I want to feel more energized. I just want to feel good. I want to feel energy, right? So what I did take with me and what I stuck to and I didn't waver on was my morning 10-minute yoga practices. I took my yoga mat with me. That's what I did take. And every morning I got up at the same time. Well, almost. I usually get up at 6:05 here at home, but I got up 6:30, between like 6:30 and 7 at the beach. And, my daughter was still sleeping and my husband was still, sleeping. So I stuck to getting up and doing my simple 10-minute yoga practice every morning. And the reason why that yoga is so important for me, and that is something that is really like a non-negotiable, and that is also just really easy to stick to, because all you really need is your body. You don't even need a yoga mat. Like if you're traveling, somewhere else that you're not driving to, it definitely is helpful to have a comfort cushiony mat, but all you need is your body and your phone if you like to have a guided yoga practice. So I did that every morning. And the reason why that is so important for me to really stick to is because like the stretches, like I really need to loosen my body because I am a bit more stiff when I wake up. But that yoga practice for me is like my meditation. It really helps me to quiet my mind and just like clear it out. Because if you can relate to being a person who has a busy mind, like that's me too. Especially I feel like, maybe many people, especially in today's day and age, have a busy mind because all the stuff. But when you have a child and you're thinking, school age stuff and plans there, and you just worry a lot, right? When you become a parent, Like it's important to quiet your mind, get it grounded, get it clear, and just, really in a good balanced state. So that's why I love yoga. It clears my mind most of the time, and really just helps me to like loosen my body and just feel more comfort in my body. So I did not waver on that. The other thing that I stuck to, and I'm actually a little surprised that I did, but it was pretty relatively easy for me to stick to, maybe just because it's been habitual behavior for quite some time, is my morning journal practice. And listen, I'm not having a super sexy, fancy, serene morning journal practice. Okay. Like I do it at my table, my kitchen table back there. So it was easy for me to do at the beach. And it's not long. It's literally 5 minutes. I'm just jotting down the things that are important to me to reinforce, a comment to myself in my journal of a goal that I'm proud of myself for, or that, the commitment and the ongoing progress I'm making. I like to acknowledge that, in a journal like phrase I write. And I also just write down what I'm happy about, or what I'm glad about, or what I'm really grateful for, right? Simple things like, I'm so grateful to have this cup of coffee in peace and quiet. Something I'm noticing is just really like, I'm so just happy and grateful and, to be alive. And I feel very lucky, for my life, or blessed for my life. Those words change because I do, I think, not to be cheesy or cliche, but I think, just life, no matter how hard it is, because, everybody's situation, circumstances are different, but just to be able to, just be alive and have another day and wake up feeling, relatively good in your body. Like to me, that is truly a gift. Um, so that morning yoga practice and that morning journal practice, I didn't waver on that. And the other thing I didn't waver on was just my daily walks. I usually walk 40 minutes a day, sometimes twice a day. So I kept up with my after dinner walks at the beach by myself. They weren't 40 minutes, they were like 20 minutes, but I stuck to it, right? And that to me is what just keeps you in the game of self-care, in the game of self-respect, in the game of really just keeping promises to yourself. Because when I say in the game, I really just mean committed to your priorities and your values, especially in midlife, is because it's like, honestly, I mean, just from my personal opinion, and I'm pretty sure other people will agree with me, many others, it is much easier to like stay healthy than it is to get healthy, right? Like if you have good routines and habits in place, like it's just so important to push yourself to stick with them and to continue to follow through consistently as best as you can, than to fall off the wagon for a few months or a year and then try to get back at it. It's just harder when you get older. So if you can just do the bare minimum when you're traveling to keep that, habitual behavior and that routine in place, it's really good. And then you can, step back up your game and challenge yourself more when you come back to your own home and your own place, right? Your own space. And then the other thing that I did really good at, but I wasn't too rigid, and I try not to be too rigid here at home either, but it's really just eating nutritious, nutrient dense meals. Now, I had the frozen yogurt. Like, come on, it's the beach. I did that growing up. Like I had my ice cream a couple times, but I didn't go to the candy kitchen. I didn't eat candy. I didn't eat, junk, probably just because I didn't want it. I didn't crave it because I've been on, just this really good self-care, healthy habits and like fitness and health routine for the last 9 months. So I'm like that. I don't even crave that stuff anymore. But I did want to have ice cream with my daughter. That was really special moments for me. And I just stuck to, just really eating good, nutritious meals and, kept my protein intake up to about 100 grams, sometimes a little less, and just not overeating. I stuck to my routine of not eating late at night. I mean, my husband and I, we shared some popcorn, but that was it. There wasn't like overindulging just because, I know that I feel really good, like eating good and not overdoing it. And whenever I do overdo it, it just doesn't feel good. So I think this is just over time, a new habit, and you just know you just like feeling good, and you don't want to go back to not feeling good by overindulging. And I will say this, and I know this annoys some people, and I'm not saying this has to be you, but I think one of the main things for me being able just to like regulate myself and sustain good habits, especially like the eating habits, right? Is I don't drink anymore. I'm not saying, no, I'm totally never ever drinking again. I don't want to put that absolute on it, but I haven't had alcohol in 9 months. And I will say when I do have, when I did have cocktails or the wine nights with some friends at, for the happy hour or in the evening for dinner, I would totally overeat and eat things I wouldn't normally eat when I'm more in a conscious mind. And I'm not buzzed, like you just think and choose better when you're, not buzzed or drunk or just altering your brain. So that's what's worked well for me, I think, is a big part of me really just staying the course at this time in my life with my habits. I think a big factor is not having alcohol, right? So yeah, I mean, I guess that's just what I wanted to share with you in this video today. Hopefully something I shared in some way is, bringing value to you, feeling supportive, just inspiring or giving you some ideas. If it is, please give it a thumbs up. Definitely share with me below in the comments. What are some things that you do when you are getting out of your day-to-day routine and when you're going on vacation? What are some of the things that you do that you take with you and that you stick to? Or maybe where are you struggling and that this, helped you today? Please let me know below in the comments. I would love to hear. And definitely subscribe if again, you're liking this. This was helpful. If you want to keep hearing from me each week. And yeah, that's really it today. That's what I have for you. So I'll come on more plain and structured in the next video. But I hope that this was helpful today in some way. Thank you so much for watching and listening. And I'll see you again soon. Have a beautiful rest of the week. Bye for now.